Oh, wait, stop. Actually, I forgot the phone. Welcome. Today we're doing a little skincare segment for the Korean Language Week. Today we're going to be basically just reviewing our routine, as you can see here. Well, mainly Korean skincare routine.
Yeah.
We do have some spices mixed up in here, but I think that's, and then we're gonna basically move on to specific like products, like our favorites, what's they're not to like, what's they're to like, and tell you where to get them, their price range, and things like that. So I'll hand you over to Tanya.
Hello.
To start.
I'm Tanya. As you can see, I have a lot of products, but this is a mix of my day routine and then my night routine. First of all, we have this oil cleanser, which I use to remove makeup, or if I feel like my skin really needs a deep cleanse, I will just rub this on my face for about 10 minutes. But to remove makeup, it just melts it away. It's pretty emulsifying as well. And then I follow up with a gel cleanser. This is the Stress Out Solution Foam by Bellamonster. It's very good, hasn't dried me out too much. And after that, I move on to a chemical exfoliator. This one is the AHA Whitehead Power Liquid, which is glycolic acid based. And once I put that on my face, well, I don't use a cotton pad, I just put it on my hands, put it on my face, leave that for 20 minutes. And then for my deep under eyes, I will use the Ordinary's caffeine solution, which helps brighten up those under eyes.
Actually, wait. I just realized the problem. The fucking window.
Caffeine solution, which is great for under eyes. I don't know if it's helped, but I use it anyway.
I'm sure it helped.
Yeah.
I'm sure it helps.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And then I let that sit for a moment before I move on to the Pyongkang Mist Toner. Great, don't need a cotton pad for this either, and it just keeps my skin hydrated for the next steps. I go in with this Trilogy Very Gentle Eye Cream. It's for sensitive skin, so there's no fragrance, and this has lasted me so long, so that's great. And I just use that on my under eyes. In the mornings, I go in with the Jung Barrier Cream. Very light, very easy, great for sensitive skin. But at night, if I want a heavier cream on my face, I will go in with the COSRX Moisture Power Enriched Cream. Very heavy, but it keeps my skin hydrated all night. And lip balm, always important. Keep your lips hydrated. This is the Vaseline Cocoa Butter one. I literally just use this to death, so that's great. And as for SPF,
It's fine.
As for SPF, I use the Natio Daily Defense Face Moisturizer with SPF 50. And yeah, I use that just in the mornings. So it's great. And now we can head over to Tom's routine.
Okay, so in the morning for me, let me just get my thing. So I normally start off with the Ordinary Niacinamide here. I think it's quite nice. It's light in texture and it actually does its work throughout the day and you don't really feel it, which is why I like to use it, which is good. And then I continue it on and basically use the same moisture that Tanya has, the Young 2 times Very Intensive Cream, which is really good. I really recommend because not only is it quite moisturizing during the day, but like not overly so. It's also very good for like soothing, so then like your red spots or like any red areas or just anything just kind of like calms down a bit for the day, which is great. Definitely need that. And then I finish off with the Missha Aqua Sun Gel. Same with Tanya's one, it has SPF 50 plus. It lasts about 4 hours and a reapplication is highly recommended after the 4 hours. Highly recommended, especially in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Cool. And we're finished with that, and now so we can move on to my night routine, which starts off with the Cica cleanser here. Most days I use this, but every like second day I actually use this as well. We have this here. So I also use the rice water every second day just for, you know, the double cleanse. Highly recommend double cleansing. It's really good for your skin. It really gets everything out. Even if you don't wear makeup and stuff, and because I don't, it
really unclogs your pores.
It really does unclog your pore, and I would highly recommend this one. I haven't really tried any other cleansing oil, but I'm sure there's some as equally as good ones out there. that's fine. So normally if I double cleanse, I start with this. And then I go for this, which is the Cica, which helps acne and red spots and just calming, which is great. It's a bit harsh, I would say, if I have to judge it. It's like, I don't know, it's like a bit... It does make your skin feel dry if you have like a drier sort of skin type, but I think it does do a good job of stripping, so do be aware that this is probably slightly more stripping than your average cleansers. Cool, and then after that we can move on to my Klairs. This is the freshly juiced vitamin drop. Okay, for this product, I got it off a sale, so it was a good deal, but I think it was normally quite expensive, which we will check the price soon. Inform you of the price. This one, I think it does brighten, so like as it advertises, it brightens. It's meant to like also like decrease texture, which it seems to have done like a bit, like very small amount. But the problem I have with this is obviously the packaging is a bit of a questionable decision, considering vitamin C can't really be exposed to sunlight, otherwise it will stop working. But besides that, I don't really have anything. It kind of works as a product, but I probably wouldn't rebuy it, which is fine. And then after that, I come in with my favorite moisturizer, the Laneige Water Sleeping Mask. I basically stumbled onto this at Harimai, wanting to buy it, but it was still a bit too expensive because, well, Laneige is a very, I wouldn't call it extremely high-end, but it's definitely higher on the scale of skincare.
Yeah.
Like, whereas this one costs like what, $24. This one costs $24, and I've had this for like since December of last year. This one costs nearly $44, so nearly twice the price for almost nearly the same amount of product. I think this one has a bit more, but I think I would actually have to buy this again though, because I think it's actually worth it if you get it like at a decent sale, which I did. I think I got this for I think eventually like $32, which is good. And then this is basically a mask, and it's extremely hydrating, extremely nice on your face. The only problem I would have with this is that it does stick on your face a bit after you applied it for like the first 10 to 15 minutes after you apply it. It will feel sticky. Like if you have long hair like me, or like just long hair in general, you kind of feel it like sticking to your face a bit, like as you kind of, apply it anyway, and then you kind of just sit around, before you go to bed or whatever, and then you can just kind of get slightly sticking, but you can just brush it. It's not like a very obvious sticky feeling, but you feel it when some hair just kind of don't move kind of thing. But it's still great product. Highly recommend. Great. And then I basically, sometimes I like to, if I have like spots, like acne spots or like heads or something, I use this AC cleanup from Etude House. It's the pink powder spot, and you don't use the thing inside, you use a cotton bud, which is actually slightly bad for the environment. So that's the downside, but you basically dip it in, you swirl around a bit, and then you basically dab it onto like the spots, and then what it does, it basically dries it out and pulls out all that, like the whiteheads or like the sebum that's trapped in the pores, which is it. And this one I would also actually quite recommend, because it does visibly dry you out, and it does help a lot with inflammation for the next morning if you use it during the night. Or if you don't go anywhere during the day, using it the day is probably fine as well, but I would not recommend bringing this to sunlight, because it would probably, one, it probably wouldn't look very good on your face, and two, it probably loses its effectiveness in sunlight as well. So that is that, and that is the end of the routine. Isn't that fun? We have finished that segment, and now so we're going to be basically moving on to our favorite products. We're going to be talking about 4 individual products, what we like about them, their price, their ingredients, more specifically, more in depth, to kind of like show you a bit. And so we'll head over to Tanya for this one.
Right, so my first product has to be this oil cleanser, which the main ingredient is rice bran oil, but it has been safe for faces, and it's also mixed with jojoba oil, which is very moisturizing, and those two in combination, just amazing. Just an amazing mix on your face, and a really deep cleanses. It also has a lot of emulsifying ingredients, so after you double cleanse, you can just slap on some water, it will emulsify and wash right off. And this on Hikoko is $24. No, fuck. 16.
16. It is 16. See, it's actually a deal because you thought it was 34, but it's
Yeah.
actually 16. So it's actually a great deal. We're not sponsored.
Yeah.
But Hikoko, if you're watching this, do sponsor us. We need it. Yeah, so that's, I mean, I also use it, so I personally can say I would highly recommend. There's probably other, like...
This one is
oil
very
cleanser.
light.
Yeah.
They do have a heavier version, so... But this one is, you know, light for everyday use, but...
Yeah. So for oily skin, I would definitely wouldn't recommend the heavier one. Like if you know you have a definitely like you oil, like your oil secretion is a lot during the day or even during the night, I would highly not recommend using the heavy one. Which is why the light one kind of hits like that perfect like middle spot,
Yeah.
where it's like not too oily, but it still does the job of cleaning everything
Yeah.
really well.
Yeah.
Which is,
So if you have drier skin, then the heavier one is great.
yeah. If you have dry skin, then heavier one is also good as well.
Yeah.
Cool. Excellent.
And my next product is my cleanser. I've been using this for about a year now. I got this over lockdown when there was a lot of sales. And it has lasted me a long time. The main ingredients are carrot oil, which hydrates your skin while cleansing, which is great. And it has some Cica cream in it, which is also very moisturizing. There is no SLS in this. There is a different foaming agent, but it is not as harsh as SLS. And this one is $14 if you can find it. Love it. Love it. I've also heard a lot of Bellamonster products are pretty good as well.
Always nice.
Yeah. My next product will be the Chemical Exfoliator AHA Power Liquid. And this is glycolic acid base, as I said before, which is one of the AHAs. I won't get into the science terms, but chemical exfoliants have saved my life since high school. In high school, I was using physical exfoliators, ruined my skin. But chemical exfoliators are a lot softer, but you do have to be careful when you wear this out in the light. You don't really want to do this during the day, keep it at night. If you are using it during the day, definitely layer up on sunscreen. But yeah, this one is actually not too drying, and I've actually used half of it, which if you used a cotton pad, it would be all gone. So, saving product there. It's not too drying, but obviously your skin will get dry. It is a chemical exfoliant. But I've been able to leave this on for about 30 minutes before moisturizing, which is great. And then my last holy grail, as I said before, is this lip balm.
Do you want to open it to show you how much of a holy grail it is?
Right to the bottom. You only have the edges left. This is only about $4, and you can find this online or in stores. Countdown sometimes has them. They're pretty popular, I think.
Yeah.
And it's mainly just petroleum jelly, but mixed with the cocoa butter.
Oh yeah, we take our word for it. The fragrance is beautiful.
Yeah.
You would love the fragrance if you're
Yeah.
into like sweeter flavors. Which I mean, why wouldn't you want sweet flavors on your lips anyways?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's-
The first two ingredients are just petroleum jelly, which is fine, safe for skin. Definitely great for lips or dry areas of your face and whatever. And you have cacao seed butter. So moisturizing.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I also use that. She put me onto it, and honestly, I mean, to be fair, what's a better testification than a fully used thing? Because
Yeah.
then you're getting reviewed by somebody who actually have used it for a long time, who kind of knows the product, loyal customer. And yeah, the product, I think I found mine at like a farmer's, but it wasn't like on the shelf. It was like in a bin, like just in a bin somewhere, like next to checkout.
Yeah.
So you might want to check there because I don't think it's quite like a big enough product or a prominent enough product to be on the shelf. But if you ask, I'm sure they'll find you something.
Yeah.
I count down farmers, wherever. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, but I just, I've loved it so much that I bought 2 more online. So that will last me like for the next 3 years. And yeah, those are my holy grail products. Moving on.
Moving on indeed. Alright, cool. So I'll start off with my favorite one. One of my favorites, one of the favorite 4. This ordinary niacinamide with zinc, which retails for $12.80. This is I think this is the 30ml. Yeah, so this is a 30ml version. There is a 60ml version available for $22. But I mean, I actually didn't know that until like an hour ago. So I'm gonna get that next time, but I would highly recommend this because I think this is actually one of the few serum / essence that actually does work. Like it advertises it as like a high strength vitamin and blemish formula, which is, I think it did the job pretty well. Like it kind of like helps a lot with texture, like big pores. It kind of does minimize pores. And the other thing it does is also like brightens your complexion. Like, but that's like a very common theme within a lot of Korean skincare, where they definitely advertise brightening, but most of them or just kind of have a white cast in them, I feel. But this one actually like brightens. Like it doesn't just remove your natural skin tone. Like this is not a miracle product. None of these like make your skin white if that's what you're looking for. But it does brighten. It just makes your face look more alive, like less dull skin, which I highly recommend. Found at Farmers, $12.80, or the 60ml for $22.40, I think, which is all well and good. And then the next one is probably this Laneige Sleeping Water Mask, which I think from what the ingredients I've seen, it has hydrogenized mineral water, which I don't know what hydrogenized means. I hope it means something good. I mean, it sounds like something good. But it's extremely hydrating, and I'm assuming it's from that ingredient. It also has apricot and oil. I think definitely a vegetable oil. I can't remember which kind, but that's why I think a lot of the hydrating properties like kind of come through on this. And even though the price range is quite expensive, I would recommend it if you can spare it and if you're like quite into skincare. I think this is a worth it product to kind of invest in. It also comes with like this little spoon here, as you can see. I don't know if you can see that. Comes with a little spoon, even has the Laneige on it, funnily enough, for you to basically, so you don't touch the thing, because that would be bad if you touch it every time. Use a spoon to scoop out like a tiniest bit. Like you really don't need a lot. You think you need a lot when you first apply it, but you actually don't need that much at all. You need like, I don't know, probably like kind of like even 1 spoon of that is probably enough for your whole face. Especially if you use the toner beforehand or any sort of moisturizing toner beforehand, because it also helps like, you know, your skin kind of feeling like, oh, it's regained that moisture it lost during the cleansing process, which is good. This is another one of the Holy Grails. I would definitely repurchase again. Available at Hikoko for currently $44, but the last time I bought this, it was on sale for $34 or $36. So maybe do keep an eye out if it is on sale, and I would highly recommend. Harimai actually on Victoria Street. Victoria Street also sells it, and they also sell other Laneige masks if you want to try that out, but I haven't tried the others, so I can't vouch for them, which is good. And then for the last product, I would think it would have to be this bad boy, I think. This one is actually going viral on TikTok. I mean, for all the good reasons, because honestly, this is like the cult classic of Korean moisturizer. It is lightweight. It doesn't feel like too heavy on your skin. It works as it's advertised. It is also a very visible barrier. It keeps your skin from basically breaking out or anything like that. So I would have to highly recommend this for anybody even getting into skincare and looking for like a moisturizer other than like your countdown standards like Cetaphil, CeraVe. If you really want to kind of elevate your skincare level, this product, great beginner level, and you can use it morning or night. That's the beauty of it. You can literally use it anytime, and this thing lasts a while. It lasts a lot longer than you think it does, because you really don't need a lot of it, like most moisturizers, which is great. So I think that's actually the end of it. We got our 4 skincare products. We have basically, you know, ran over through our routine. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to message us on Instagram, on Facebook, or any of our social media to ask more questions or get recommendations on your skincare. We'll be more than happy to help you establish a routine, help you, you know, do whatever you need to get your skin nice and glowy. I mean, I'm not the best testament. I'm not like a beauty.
We're working on it.
Yeah, we're working on it. I think everybody's working on it in like their own way. It's like, you know, we're trying to promote good skincare because, you know, we think it's essential regardless of who you are, what gender you are, whatever. I think having good skin is something that everybody can kind of, you know, relate to and like would enjoy having, because why wouldn't you? And like, not all of us are blessed with good genetics. Unfortunately, not all of us are blessed with good genetics. So some of us kind of have to make it up, which is fine. That's all good. There's no shaming here. And also, another point to bring up is also to kind of be green with your skincare. For things like toner, I know a lot of people who use toner use cotton pads. Please try not to do that, because cotton pads are extremely bad for the environment, because it's just extra waste when you would realistically just be doing spraying on, like you just, if you're gonna need to just put it on your hand and pat it over your face, you get both the toner for your hand and for your face, and no cotton pad needed.
Definitely try and find a toner that has a spray top, so you don't have to use a compact.
Yeah, because some of them don't have this, so then you kind of normally you have a compact and you kind of just pour it out, but try not to do that because it is not only are you wasting your money buying compact for no reason, it's also bad for the environment. So there's not really any good upsides to using compact anyway, really. Yeah, I think that's all we have to say, really. Yeah, again, any questions, shoot us a message on any of our social media, and we are hopefully you're enjoying the rest of the Korean language week.
Yes.
Peace out. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.
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 For audio. I'm a YouTuber.